Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister, as always with the lovely people here at TCGplayer.com. So today I'm bringing you another spicy Dimir list. This one a little different than demoralizing your opponents. I mean, it still could happen. Still could be demoralizing in some way, but this time it's a lot more focused around kind of being a blue-black combo list instead of a blue-black control. Quasiduplicate is a card that hasn't been getting a lot of love, most of the time because you do have to risk yourself getting 2-for-1 quite often, but we try to do it today. Stay tuned. We played green-black, the menace of the format a couple of times, and then we played white weenie once as well. We had a bunch of great games, and then I got the deck tech at the end, the hyperlinks if you want to fast forward to any of these matches, and then I'll have the link for my article at TCGplayer.com, along with a short sideboard guide and short write-up there. So hope you enjoy. Alright, and welcome to the games, everybody. Woo! I'm excited for more Dimir action. I know I did Dimir last week, but this is a completely different deck and a completely more out there deck, and I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm going to miss my very, very good friend Disinformation Campaign, but I think I can do without with some of these crazy creatures. Alright, so we are on the draw. Which our hand kind of wants to be on the draw here, so this is fine. Alright, more than likely up against Go Garbage. And this hand's good. I mean, we got a 2, we got a 3, we got a 4. Thief of Sanity, game 1. Can definitely get some people. Golgari is the type of deck that is prepared for it. Game 1, game 2, game 3, Golgari's kind of prepared for everything all the time. But, yeah. Alright, so that only counts if we have stuff in our graveyard. So we will just squire here. Pretty much put everything in your graveyard is the message of this deck. Alright, 4-3 coming in. And now we got to be aware of this Llanowar living when next turn it can make a Vivian read. Carnage Tyrant's 2 turns away. So now we really do want to be, right now, it's a scary play to play Thief of Sanity, because if our opponent goes Vivian Reed, I guess we can kill it back, so that's not terrible, by playing a Chupacabra, killing this, and then attacking. So it's not bad, but it could go very wrongly for us. But we're going to try it anyways. This is kind of to bait out a removal spell. If you were to kill that, then we'd for sure not make that play. But we're going to give this a shot. Even if he has Vivian Reed here, we get to kill it. Then we get to be terrified of Carnage Tyrant the next turn anyways, but... Okay, so now he's going to hold this back. We get to kill it. Ooh, he just doesn't care. Well, nice. Now we get to kill the Llanowar and stop the Chupacabra. That was huge. He must have another one of those. Alright, yeah, I think there's no reason to not just chup it here. Chupadoop. Now we are afraid of another Vivian Reed. And our life total is starting to get a little in question, so we do got to take care of this. We got plenty of ways to do it, though. So we know Carnage Tyrant is one of the cards. And there is why why our opponent did not care too much about the first Vivian Reed. So the second one's going to be brutal. Okay, Secret Squire is found. We can do some hostage taking. Hostage taking's not bad here. Forces our opponent to think about killing hostage taker rather than playing a Carnage Tyrant next turn, which is a big deal. So I think that's going to be... Well, let's let's check this out. We are a Quasiduplicate deck, so maybe we hit some of those and we can do some silly things. No such luck. But we can just Necrotic Wound it. But I think having the option of playing it next turn sounds way cooler. Hiya. Attack Vivian. And now we can just kind of like block the Carnage Tyrant, so that's not so bad. Yep. Pretty smart, trying to make sure we don't get a bunch of creatures. Alright. So we know our opponent has a Swamp and a Carnage Tyrant in hand. Ooh. Quasiduplicate. That should allow us to kill... Yep, that'll allow us to kill this Vivian, which is kind of priority number 1 right now. Quasiduplicate Chupacabra. Eat one of these. Necrotic Wound this Chupacabra. And we send the troops at Vivian. Got that mess under control. Stitch Supplier is going to give us some more... Nothing? And now we got to deal with the big bad dino. Big bad Carney T. Land would be decent. That's not a land. Yep, we're just going to put that into play tap, not cast Quasiduplicate, and just hope that this amount of creatures can block Carnage Tyrant. Not something I'm excited about, that's for sure. Yeah, our opponent can just have so much here that screws us over. But we have to, I mean, we're at 7. Nothing we can do except give it our old college blocking try. Looks like it worked, which we're not out of the woods yet. I would assume a fine finality is right behind it. Or just another one. Who needs that? Alright, Dream Eater is actually not very good at all right now. But it blocks and keeps us alive, I guess. I mean, we could Quasiduplicate this card and hope to draw... I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll just go with the Dream Eater plan. At least we get to see a lot of cards. And we really need like a Doom Whisper. That would be good. Doom Whisper just blocks Carnage Tyrant. I think that's one of the best reasons why that card is so good right now. Alright. If he kills Dream Eater, we just die. Okay. I would like to bounce Carnage Tyrant, please. No? Okay. Do I even want to bounce that? I suppose. One away from killing it, so we want to save our Zealot just in case. Ruh-roh. All the Carnages are coming back. We're going to need to do some silly things to get out of this, and I don't know if we can be silly enough. And a Vraska on top. Not looking good for the home team, boys and girls. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's the definition of silly. Let's see if it's silly enough. Oh, what? Oh, it chooses the 1 first. Okay. I was like, we only had 1 target? How is that possible? All right, we can't do Midnight Reaper. So we gotta do Thief. Okay. That is the card we need, but 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're dead. That's not quite enough. Onto the sideboard, and let's see if we can beat Golgari. This seems like it could be quite a rough matchup. Yeah, this list just beats Carnage Tyrant by blocking with Doom Whisper. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical to say the least. Interesting. Well, we could do a lot of different things here. We could bring in this. I figured this is probably much for like White Weenie, maybe Mono Red. They still have a bunch of Lava Coils, but doesn't seem as ideal in a Vivian Reed Chupacabra world. Contempt seem pretty good. Ritual of Soots seem okay. Not great. They don't deal with our #1 problem, which is Carnage Tyrant. Midnight Reaper also just seems okay. I kind of like it as a one of. Thought Erasure I think we're going to keep in. Only way we can really deal with Carnage Tyrant besides like Thief. I could see us just wanting to go max duress Erasure plan and just try to get him with Thieves. Hostage Taker feels quite bad to me against Golgari. Doesn't do too many great things unless they get like a big Wild Growth Walker, but it's just a little too slow. So we're going to take that out. I like Disdainful Stroke. Kind of like Negate. We'll try one Vampire here. We'll give this a shot. I would love to go first. Alright, this hand does some things. If they're good things, still to be determined. Not too often have I cast Stitcher Supplier and not been hoping to hit Vengevine, so... Alright, so we definitely need a land here. Okay, well, we're in business then. If our Thief wins, we probably get to steal a game. Ooh, we'll put that in the graveyard. That's like a free card. Now, if our Thief wins, it becomes Thieves. Okay, we just want to try to get under the 4 mana removal spells, and now we do not, thanks to that Llanowar Elf. Which is unfortunate, but I think we just have to go for it anyways. Alright, Thief. Good luck out there. You can live, I promise. Live, 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 live. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, we did need a land. I almost don't even want to cast this. I think it's just better as a Quasiduplicate right now. Not a very good target, but... Or we just hold open Contempt. Yeah, we'll try this. Do some exploring. Got our land we needed. Now, at least with Doom Whisper, when we play it, we can find something good. If our opponent plays Vivian Reed, we're just going to have to Contempt it. I suppose we missed an attack there. That wasn't great. Now we're going to get on in there. Booyah, free damage. Alright, we'll get our Doom Whisper here. It's going to get Contempted almost for sure. Then we're going to Doom Whisper, more than likely just to try to find another one. Dig. I definitely like that in the graveyard, but we're not done yet. Surveil one more time. Well, we do want to land for Dream Eater here, and we don't want to go too low. So we'll settle with this. Still pretty screwed if our opponent has the Carnage Tyrant, but yay! I almost don't want that card to go to the graveyard, but we're at a low enough life total where it's worth it. If he wants to cast just a find on one Chupacabra, go ahead. Oh, fine broker. That's a fine play. Alright, well, we'll say go. See if we can get him with this Dream Eater and then Quasiduplicate it a few times. Yeah, I don't think we want to actually block here. We'd just be giving it away. We're just going to take it, see what our opponent does. Carney boy. Alright, let's see if this deck can give us some more Quasi-Duplicates and we can go off. Oh, we got another Dream Eater. That's kind of the same. Graveyard. 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 I think we'll put this on top. We're going to put this back to the hand. We are going to race. And maybe still try to block that Carnage Tyrant. We'll see. Carnage Tyrant is just too good. I think we're just going to take this. Yep, we'll take it. We know you got a fine broker. We don't want to mess with that anyways. Chupacabra, huh? Don't like that. An opponent controls. Bummer. Well, let's try this again. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess if we draw that one card, we can deal 3. If we bounce this Chupacabra. Otherwise, it seems like a poor play. I don't really want any of these cards. I don't think any of them save me. Maybe a Chupacabra does. I don't think so. If our opponent has cast down here, I think it's just lights out. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, I don't think we'll be taking down round 1 this time, folks. Midnight Reaper, that's not a good one. That basically means we lose regardless. 5, 6. We could play this. Contempt. Take 4, 5, 6. We take 1 trample and then 3 from our creatures. So we take 4. That's Exacxes. So that does not work. Yeah, we could quasi-duplicate this to get a little more toughness. It's just not going to work. That's going to be the game. Okay, we'll stick around for round 2. We'll see if we can do a little better. All right, and we won the die roll. Things are looking up. I would like to go first. And yeah, this hand seems fine. Thought Erasure can help us find that third land and clear the way for the powerful 3-mana card. This card is just obscene. It's just the power level is so insane. I've seen people just scoop because they didn't want to reveal information about their deck on turn 3. Like, you know, a card is a little too good when you're running into those type of situations. All right, creatures. I think we can beat those. I think that's what we're supposed to do anyways. I don't know what this deck actually is supposed to beat. It's supposed to have fun, I think. That's step 1. Okay, that's good for us. So we're going to target our opponent. Put anything in the graveyard that isn't a land. Okay, History Benalia stands out as scary right now. Adanto Vanguard actually is not that terrifying. Us not drawing a land, that is absolutely frightening. So our opponent gets to go double 1-drop anyways next turn, or just Adanto. And we kind of want our opponent to just play Adanto because it's less power. So maybe, I think I'm just going to take History here. It's the most powerful card. Everything else is just creatures. Huh. Oh, that's the worst land. That still time walks us a turn and we get to do nothing. I still have to put that in the graveyard. As crappy as that is. The deck's too fast. We don't have that. We don't have time to just go land go next turn. We need to do something. All right, let the beats continue. Land. Not bad, not bad. Conclave Tribunal could be good. Well, if we take the Vanguard, Snubs is pretty far away from transforming. And then we can start just Chupacabraing if we can get lands. We really want to see a creature so we can kill something here. I think we want to take pressure here. Conclave Tribunal is good and all. Yeah, we don't want that. That's not a creature. I think if we don't get an untapped land next turn, we're probably dead. And the fact that the Conclave Tribunal... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's getting close to ascending, but Tribunal is a great answer for Thief as well. I just want to be able to block. Ugh. Now we did. Yep. Maybe we had to just take the hit and get this memorial. It just seems so bad at the time. Huh. Okay. Game 2. Loving this deck so far. Absolutely loving it. Alright. Anti-aggro cards. We got those. I believe those would be the ones that stand out to me. Slowish cards. We got those too. Menagerie seems pretty bad. Dream Eater can at least be shaved. Doom Whisperer is pretty bad. That does not do much. Maybe even all of them. We might bring those back. Hostage Taker seems great against tokens. Contempts for the big things. Those for all the little. Midnight Reaper's bad. Thief is probably not what we want. Just getting their 1/1s and stuff is probably not great. Thought Erasure also doesn't seem insane to me. Or good. So we actually have no 3-drop creatures now for Menagerie, or I would think about bringing that back in. Maybe Thief is still worth it, just stealing some games if possible. Yeah, we'll run it like that. If we can't beat an aggro deck with this combination, then that's pretty bad. Well, I don't think we can beat an aggro deck with this opening hand. If we have 1 swamp, this hand's great, but I don't think we can risk it. If we don't get one, we lose. Alright, passable hand. It's more than we can say the last couple games. Yeah, not a great start for this deck so far. It's been kind of beating us down repeatedly. We can't pick a deck every single week and expect them all to be winners, you know? Alright, our opponent's deep in the tank. We will keep a 5-mana flying creature. It's probably going to be great once I get there, but I don't think I can keep a 5-drop on top. I need to be doing something early against this deck. We got plenty of that kind of stuff in the deck, and we don't want to, like, for instance, draw another Dream Eater or something that costs big again, and then just have all this stuck in our hand. Okay. Moment of Craving. I think we'll let our opponent attack here and kind of hope to get a Vanguard. I'll take it. Snubs. Can't kill you. You're too cute. Snubs' brother. Alright, well, we'll target this. If our opponent knows what's up, he would sacrifice it. But he did not. That was a pretty decent draw. Okay. Now we're just going to wait till your board gets a little too scary and then... And we're going to drop some bombs on it. Okay, it's already getting terrifying. We got 6 permanents. 7. Alright, well, if we see big old bad Loxodon, then we have no choice. We almost have no choice already. Yep. Should we go for the value attack? Yeah, so we won't waste time this time. Boom. I don't want you flipping that landing anytime soon. 4 for 2, not bad. Okay. Now we got nothing. Yet. Can devour some dreams pretty soon. That'll be good. We should be able to have control of this game from now, as long as our deck abides, which I would really hope so, or we'd be drawing terrible. Okay. Now, we're not even going to play this in combat. It's not even worth getting conclaved. Even though Dream Eater getting conclaved is, like, completely fine, because other Dream Eaters will free it later. Well, I guess I can bounce this now. And block. I don't like it. I'll bounce this at end step to free up some damage for next turn, and then I can start getting aggressive. All the attacking that our opponent has done, we are going to deal more damage next turn. Dream Eater. It looks much less cool when it comes into Magic Online than when it comes on Arena. Alright, Surveil 4. Graveyard. Graveyard. Maybe top here? These cards are okay. Ooh, one thing I should have done is made it so Seeker Squire would have hit a land. That would have been smart. I don't know. This card's actually not very good. I don't really want this kind of effect either. We're really just looking for more Dream Eaters and Quasiduplicates. That probably was wrong in some way. Maybe just a Memorial would have been best. Yeah, okay, so more than likely what we probably should have did there is kept Contempt on top and then Memorial and then Squire into the Memorial. Yeah, that would have been a good play. Always great thinking about good plays right after you make them. Right after you make the bad one, I should say. Quasiduplicate. Oh, hello. Suppose I should attack first. Then the Seal Way comes. I mean, I know they don't have Lightning Strikes. They could have Seal Away, so I think it is safer to actually do it now. Quasiduplicate. Alright. Graveyard. 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 And think about a ritual. I suppose we keep it. It's a little insurance policy. Not a great top deck next turn when we're trying to be aggressive, but better than a land. History of Benalia. Well, then that ritual is looking better. Then not next turn, but the turn after. After this level 2s, we can ritual. We're also just have our opponent on a 2-turn clock here. Go, go, Freddy Krueger's. Get it? Dream Eaters. Freddy Krueger winning their dreams. Oh, yeah. Someone's got to remake one of these cards and put Freddy Krueger on there. That would be awesome. That would be a cool artist rendition. Now our opponent's got to stop one of these Dream Eaters, or it's just over. And then we're going to stop all the other creatures here. Okay. We might even be able to get in a free 2 damage from the Seeker Squire then. Yeah, you got to get rid of the token on that. That makes sense. That's not coming back. Land tapped. Oh. Oh, hello. We get to do that too? That's not fair of a draw. That should lock this game up. See if our opponent has the Soul Read to block here. And now the Seal Away would be devastating. So we get to actually Ritual of Soot first. So that he's going to protect a token. And then we can Quasiduplicate to bounce it. Alright, so we'll start with this. Protecting. Okay. Now we'll go land, Quasiduplicate. Doing that to Dream Eaters is pretty mean. I will admit. Alright, well, I don't want this. I don't want this. What kind of creature we got in our graveyard? All kinds of them. Well, we do have a Quasiduplicate, so it kind of doesn't matter what we draw. Our opponent's at 2, so I'm pretty sure there's no outs. But just in case, we'll keep a Chupacabra. We'll get rid of the indestructible one. If our opponent was at 4, we'd get rid of this lifelink one because then our opponent would only have to kill 1 Dream Eater next turn. But now, I mean, unless he pumps that token up a bunch, like he could Pride of the Conquerors and Conclave Tribunal to get himself to live a turn. But that's all I really see. Yeah, it's going to be on to the third game. Okay. This doesn't particularly seem like a great matchup either, to be honest. Thief of Sanity seems quite poor on the draw. I think I'd rather have thought Erasure. As far as the creatures, kind of thinking a Hostage Taker is just bad, but it takes out tokens. Like, it's a Chupacabra to kill tokens with an upside sometimes, so maybe it's fine. Yeah, we'll run it like this again. I like it. Alright, let's get this one. This card is good. This card is really good. You know, the only thing I don't like is if we're playing against, like, Jeskai or something, you're just putting yourself at risk for a 2-for-1 so often, like, every turn, if that's what your deck's based around. And, I mean, the same is true with Golgari and stuff. Like, this deck seems like it can really cheese people out when they're not ready for it, but if this were to become an established deck, it's not going to be good. I have to say, you know, like, this is going to be a good flash in the pan. It's going to be a good FNM deck for you to come and people have no idea what you're doing and then just, like, run over them. But if this were to make its way to tier 1, it's going to go from tier 1 right back down to tier 3 real quick when people just realize what to do against it. But it sure is fun. Constantly trying to get a Starbucks brand here, so I don't even drink coffee. I just do that just for hopefully one day Starbucks wants to sponsor my stream. All right. Game 3. Let's get this one. I don't want to be 0-2. Especially after our domination last week with Demoralization Campaign. And God, I hope you people out there are trying that list because I had so much fun with that deck last week. I had so much fun playing that deck last week. I've just been constantly playing it in leagues and stuff, and it's a delight. Jabberwocky did it right. All right, this is a fine keep. We got 2 land. This card actually smooths out your draws quite well. We want to play this to clear the way for this is kind of the game plan for this, I would imagine. We got a lot of stuff here to help us get lands. And Seeker Squire and the Zealot do basically the same thing, except this loses life, but they can both find lands in the same capacity. I hate that card. Got to deal with that. Okay, well, at least we got this. Now, what to do? I would think this is probably going to be our only chance to take a peek at their hand and slow them down. Ooh, Frenzy. Can't really beat that card. Can't really beat the Friends. But we can Wrath away everything else. So we're going to keep that, and we're going to keep that. Now we're going to play a value creature, block, while our opponent starts doing history stuff, and then we're going to blow it all up. It's got to be a history, yep. Oh, let's hope we have enough time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least our opponent won't be able to fly with that more than likely. Okay, we're going to play the Seeker Squire first in case we hit like a Watery Grave. Yeah. A Seeker's Squire. I don't think we want that, but we will play the Swamp and ship it back. Now at least we'll be able to block the Vanguard here. Only take 4 down to 9. And then we're going to take 3 the following turn. Unless our opponent wants to go real aggro and just Conclave here. Alright. So we're down to 7. Ritual. Maybe he'll forget to pay. That would help us out a lot. Okay, now we're just going to harass that Vanguard until the end of time. The end of time could be very soon for us, but... yeah, even another creature here, I think we just lose no matter what. Okay, well, we got a shot. It's not bad. So we cannot play this for a while. So now we have options. We can play these two things, or we can just Chupacabra. But if we play these two and our opponent top decks a Tribunal, we're just dead. If we do it this way, same scenario, so we're dead to that regardless. Yeah, I guess these two creatures is just better because it gets us our land. Okay, that's what we wanted. We got a Quasiduplicate. That's pretty cool. Could really help out with this Dream Eater if we top deck a land. Now we're going to happily double block here if our opponent doesn't top deck anything to kill us. Fade, 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 fade. Hooray! Okay. Opponent's gonna... we're just gonna try to win the game one Adonto Vanguard trigger at a time. Okay, nothing good in that batch. Opponent just showed us they have a land. I guess when you have Frenzy in your deck, the smart thing is to just play it out. Dang it. So now we have a good Chupacabra turn at least. And then we can still block with this. And then we can duplicate Chupacabra to kill this. Alright, so we'll get this out of here. And now we're not dead to Conclave Tribunal. So anytime you can take an out away one turn at a time, that's great. We're still dead to Heroic Reinforcements if they play that. I think that would be the only card that kills us straight out right now, which is good. The Plains does not kill us straight out. Are you giving up the beats? Can't give up the beats. I'm just going to Quasiduplicate. Ooh. Oh, hello. Hello, Vampire. That should put us out of range of dying from anything. Well, I think I will start getting aggressive. We'll get on in there with a Chup. Now we have the option to Quasiduplicate a Chup as well if needed. Or we just Quasiduplicate this Vampire and just absolutely win the game next turn. I like that. Alright, 5-all. Your turn. The tables have turned, my friend. Ooh, Legion's Landing. That ain't gonna do it. That's game. Fun. Quasiduplicate. Just such a fun word to say, too. I hope I'm saying it right. Quasiduplicate. Boom. As long as I don't attack with anything on the ground. It wouldn't matter anyways. Flyer to the rescue! Boom! Round 2. Okay, let's see if we can... I'll be super hyped if we can get a 2-1 out of this. I think this deck is good, but I don't think it's the best deck I've ever played, and it's definitely not the best blue-black deck I've played, even this month. So, let's hope to sneak out this 2-1. We'll see you next round. Alright, and welcome to the third round. Let's see if we can close out with a 2-1. I would love to go first. All Swamp? Yeah, we can make this work. We got a Seeker Squire. We'll keep here. I really hate this card. I think this card is so bad, but I get what it's trying to do, but there's got to be better options, but it has served its purposes. Just feels like an auto mulligan. Alright. Get the beats going. Alright, got rid of our precious land that we needed. Alright, let's get a blue source. Boom. No. So far, Stitcher Supplier has done nothing but screw us over this game. We would have drawn Whisper and explored into this and drew this land next turn. And our hand would have been set. Instead, we're going to miss our third land drop, say go after we draw a Doom Whisper next turn. Okay, alright. I'll quit complaining. Alright, we'll get this going here. Now our opponent's going to have a tough choice of whether or not to kill Thief, if he has a cast down, or just get the Jade Light play going. Yep. So now that opens up the door for us to Chupacabra before our opponent can gain some life. If we were to draw something there. Nope, this is going to be bad. Now we're just going to fall too far behind against this deck now. We'll see, we'll see. Midnight Reaper. Well, that could be good later. Yep, not good now, though, that's for sure. We'll have to block with both of these creatures eventually. We can get those back, plus a Thief. If we can ever draw some lands. Yeah, we'd have 5 lands and a Doom Whisper if it wasn't for this Stitcher Supplier. Ironic. Okay, looks like our opponent's not doing much at all here either. We're glad to just sit back. Alright, we'll get this Midnight Reaper out of there, though. Boom. Now we at least got some plays. You know what? We're going to get in here. We're going to hope our opponent kills that Supplier. No such luck. Carney? Oh boy. Our best friend has arrived. And missed a land drop, huh? Well, this Gruesome doesn't do much, but this card does a little bit of something. Can at least avoid, if we hit this, avoid a Finality if he doesn't have a land. Can't really attack. Could attack with this Stitcher Supplier. Alright, it's going on in. Got the free damage. Now we'll have to triple block. Ooh, this could be a Finality. Oops. Alright, now we're in trouble. Don't know how we could possibly ever... Oh, our opponent put it there? Okay. Oh, we got a shot now then. That wasn't that great of a play. Hostage Taker. Well, I kind of want to get this going because it can find us some stuff. Alright, 1, 2, 3. We want to make sure the Stitcher's ability goes off first so that our Explorer has an option. Don't want that. Alright, now we have just 1 duplicate. And only 5 power, so Carnage just gets to get through. And this is going to get bigger, but we can Hostage take it. If we top deck a land. Our opponent is cardless, so not bad. Can't kill either. So we'll just block here. Now we can Thief our opponent. You know, that's not nothing. Alright, so Hostage Takering this. Ah, we still can't block it. But we can Dream Eater, bounce this, and block this. And get through with this. Okay. So that's good. think that's our best play. Because we can thief as well here to maybe get some action for next turn. If our opponent draws a contempt or something, we just die. Alright. The thief only helped them. Alright. Eat some dreams. Alright, we'll for sure put this into the graveyard, and all of this. Those are bad cards. Get this out of here. Get this giant dino out of here. Take 4. Okay. Okay. That's alright. Another thief, huh? So here we can hostage taker this and we can start quasi-duplicating it. That seems pretty cool to me. Or we can Dream Eater this and start quasi-duplicating that. That sounds cool too. But I kind of like taking all their creatures a little more. Well, let's attack and see what we get from our opponent first. Just want to make sure we don't die as well. Could get like a fine finality right now and just kind of wrath the board. Well, we at least hit. Okay. I think we're just going to start with the hostage taker here. Gonna get this pesky creature out of there. Cast it. Try to get a land. Necrotic Wound. That kills everything. I don't mind that. Kills everything but Carnage Tyrant. We'll keep it. Alright, now we got some blockers. Something like a Jade Light would be quite annoying. Chupacabra is pretty good. Oh yeah, that's okay. Now we can start quasi-duplicating. If we draw a land, which I know we won't, could quasi-duplicate this, Chupacabra that. We could do Seeker Squire, Thief of Sanity, and Necrotic Wound. That's kind of good. Or we could just Dream Eater. Dream Eater's probably just the best and the safest. We'll even get in there. Alright. Time to eat some dreams. Eat some dreams and eat some creatures. Boom. Alright. Fun. Okay, so what do we want to do against Garbage? It's a tough one to sideboard for. This is a really tough one because cards like Doom Whisper are great at blocking Carnage Tyrant, but they're horrendous at being Chupacabra and Vivian Reed targets. So it's really tough. And Dream Eater is actually just pretty bad against Golgari in my opinion. And I like these. I think we need some amount of these, especially on the draw. Hostage Taker feels really bad. I don't like those cards just in general. Can see a Disdainful Stroke being okay. Moment of Craving seems pretty good against the 3/2 Midnight Reaper. Maybe just this. Kind of just want to take this package out altogether. I think I will. They're just not very good cards in this matchup. So we're going to go max out on Ritual of Soot, deal with the short game, Contempts for the Planeswalkers, and a Disdainful Stroke just because. Yeah, I like it. On the play, we're definitely not going to have as many Ritual of Soots. Ooh, we got a good one here. I guess Gruesome Menagerie I should have taken out since I took out the 1-drops. And it's cursing me twice. Alright, we'll keep it. Sure. Multiply's not great here, but I got faith. Alright. So we can bring all the creatures back. And kill all the small ones. Yep. We will play one of those. And I think we just block here. We need something to cast. Plus, our Wrath of God is not as good when he gets to draw a bunch of cards. Ooh, that's bad. That is bad. Yeah. Yep. Mana Elves, a forest to the hand. Plays the forest. Now, if he plays one more creature, at least I'm gonna get a 3-for-1, kind of. He still gets to draw the cards. Well, I think I'll play that. Ritual doesn't seem very good right now. Here comes the cast down. Boom. We'll surveil once. Alright. Oh, wait. I put that on top. We don't have double blue. Alright. Surveil again. We're just dead. Yeah, that's all we can afford. That was a little minor mistake there, but yeah, we're not winning this game anyways. Vivian Reed, sure. Take it. Yep. We'll not be winning that one. Alright, we're going to change our deck quite a bit here when we're going to be on the play. Definitely don't... I probably want 2 rituals. Card's bad. It's weird to bring in negates when you're most afraid of Carnage Tyrant, but God, this deck just cannot beat a Carnage Tyrant at all. Alright, we'll bring it in. I don't think it's particularly great, but I think Hostage Taker's real bad, so we're gonna try this. Okay. Can make this work. Send it back. Lawnmower. We love Llanowar draws. Okay, so now which one is better to play? I think they're pretty much identical. Except that would have just went in my hand and I at least have a choice. Yeah, I really don't know which one's better. So I'm trying to find land, so it's best if I explore into a land. But if it's non-land, this would be better. Yeah, it's weird. Alright, so now we need a land. Land. Land ho! Hooray! Now we need a swamp. We got a little time for that, though. Yep. Oh, God. We can get him so good if we just get a swamp. No! I think we'll copy this one. I just want to draw a card. Okay. We can get him next turn. Just no Vivian Reed. No Vivian Reed. Just explore creatures. That's cool. Yep. Explore. Oh, yes. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, I'll block. I will block. Let's go for the bluff. I could have anything. Could be anything. I always love when you get, like, the free point of damage. Like, I highly doubt it's going to happen, but still. All this happens. Damage. I would like to cast Ritual of Soot. Boom. That was nice. That was real nice. Okay, we're going to play this. Still hoping to draw a land. Got it. Now we could hold up Disdainful Stroke, but that doesn't make any sense. He's not going to play that. So, you know what? We got Quasiduplicates to splayer. Let's draw another card. Alrighty. Our Menagerie only hits one card, so it's quite bad right now. But yeah, that's gonna be a scoop 'em up. Boom. Okay. Well, not bad, not bad. We went 2-1. 2-1, and then I had another 2 matches where one I destroyed very easily and one I got destroyed very handily. So a total of 3-2 in this league. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I'll let you, I want to thank you so much for swinging by for this Droppin' Bombs, and I will see you here in the deck tech coming up. And welcome to the deck tech here. I don't want to spoil our results for people that jump to the deck tech and then watch the games here, but those are 3 pretty interesting matches. The deck definitely had its problems. Deck definitely had some things that it did great. Let's start with the 1-drops, and this will happen to be the cards that weren't so great. I think these cards are terrible. I think these 5 cards were absolutely as close as they can be to unplayable as possible. So looking forward, I'd be looking for a replacement for this. What? I am not really sure, because you do need some early game. Like, these were always good. Seeker Squares were fine. Maybe we just up to 4-4. Thought Erasure is always good. You know, sneak some of those in. If we're getting a bunch of Thought Erasures, then I just want to sneak Disinformation Campaign, and boom, we're just back to next week's deck. So we'll go through this deck. I personally liked our other deck last week better, but for people that really love Quasiduplicate, you know, this is definitely a fine choice for that. We got those 5, then we have our 6 value creatures here, 2 Thought Erasures. Really our only way to deal with Carnage Tyrant. Like, the main problem I have with this deck is Golgari is the biggest or second biggest deck right now, and you just cannot beat that card. You just cannot beat it besides blocking Doom Whisper. You can't beat Carnage Tyrant if I didn't say that, and that's too big of a problem for me. This is never a deck I would take into a Grand Prix level. I think the surprise factor is great, but you're going to play Golgari, you're going to play it often, and it's just just doesn't line up that well. Control, we have a much better option. Thief is great. Hand Disruption, you can just win the game off that alone. But then we have Quasiduplicate, does some messed up stuff with Hostage Taker, Dream Eaters, you know, basically our whole deck. That's the whole point of it. We'll move on to the sideboard here. We got 2 Duress, 3 Negates for the Control package. Disdainful Stroke, also good against Control, good against Golgari as well. A couple little creature killers for White Weenie. And then the full 4 Ritual Soot post board, which I absolutely love. I think, you know, we saw it in one of our matches. It was just an absolute blowout. I mean, it won us the game, hands down. And the card's going to do that a lot. Hero's Demise is kind of the same, but Hero's Demise actually kills a lot of our stuff, so I like the choice of just playing Rituals here. And then 2 Contempts. along with 2 Vampire Sovereign here. This screams out mono red and white weenie to me, more aggressive plays. Going this on 5 and then double duplicating it on turn 6 is just like exactly where you want to be against hyper-aggressive decks. I want to thank you all so much for swinging by, checking out some more Droppin' Baums action. This coming up week, I believe there's no Grand Prix that I can think of. Definitely nothing I'm going to. I will be competing at my state tournament here. Not sure what deck I'm going to be playing yet, but it should be a blast. And then I know there's a Magic Online Championship this weekend. I know a bunch of people have PPTQs this weekend, so hope to hear from all of you. Hopefully you take home the victory. And we'll see you next week. And then I know next week we are getting ready for GP Portland, and the grind continues again. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.